Hello everybody, welcome to my channel Code. So if you are new to this channel then please do consider subscribe to my channel. तो आज मैं एक चैलेंज लूंगा. आई ऑलवेज टेल इन इंटरव्यू दैट आई एम वेरी मच पैशनेट अबाउट कोडिंग. तो ये जो प्लेटफॉर्म है इसका मैं बताया था कि ये 150 का लिस्ट है और ये बहुत ही क्यूरेटेड लिस्ट बनाया गया है. ये किसके द्वारा बनाया गया है? तो ये जो बंदा है ये गूगल में है ऑलरेडी, तो इस पे शक नहीं कोई कर सकता है. ठीक है, तो इसी का जो कंटेंट है यानी कि पूरा एरे टू पॉइंटर्स एवरी चैप्टर्स का मैं जो अपना पाइथन मेगा सीरीज करा रहा हूँ उसमें मैं सारा क्वेश्चन सेपरेटली करवाऊंगा. आज मैं बस खुद को चैलेंज दिया कि हाउ मच क्वेश्चन, हाउ मेनी question I can solve in one go, in a single go. So let's try. I will try from different chapters to complete the question. Okay, कब कोई मीडियम होगा, कोई इजी होगा, कोई हार्ड होगा. I will try. Okay, so let's start. तो हम लोग स्टार्ट करेंगे. ठीक है, काम करना कि देखते हैं कि हम लोग कितना क्वेश्चन बना सकते हैं. ठीक है ना. और ये बहुत ही क्यूरेटेड लिस्ट है और पाइथन मेगा सीरीज जो बेसिक से एडवांस है वो कल वीडियो उसका आएगा एक, और बहुत ही क्यूरेटेड वीडियो आएगा और हर एक चीज कवर होगा. जैसे मैं बोल चुका हूँ ऑलरेडी स्लो आएगा लेकिन कंप्लीट वीडियो आएगा जरूर. ठीक है ना. तो हम लोग अब सर्च स्टार्ट करते हैं आज का चैलेंज. सबसे पहले हम लोग ये क्वेश्चन स्टार्ट करते हैं, कंटेंट्स डुप्लीकेट. तो जितना क्वेश्चन पॉसिबल होता है. अभी टाइम हो रहा है 8:41. सो लेट्स सी कि हाउ मेनी क्वेश्चन आई एम गोइंग टू सॉल्व. तो मैं विदाउट पेन एंड पेपर यूज करूंगा. अगर बनता है तो ठीक है और नहीं बनता है तो ठीक है. मैं ज्यादा समय नहीं लूंगा, विदाउट पेन एंड पेपर बनाने का कोशिश करूंगा. ठीक है. सो लेट्स सी, गिवन एन इंटीजर array nums return true if any value appear at least twice in the array and returns false if every element is distinct. ओके, तो हम लोग को बताना है कि if any value appear at least twice in the array then we have to return the false. कोई भी अगर वैल्यू एक दो बार आ रहा है तो हम लोग को रिटर्न करना है ट्रू, और सब एक एक बार आ रहा है यानी कि अगर कोई भी अगर यहाँ पे डुप्लीकेट नहीं है मतलब सारा डिस्टिंक्ट वैल्यू, देन वी हैव टू रिटर्न द फॉल्स. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a hash here. Can we do something better than this? First we will do sorting. What is the time complexity? 10 to the power 5. ठीक है. So yes, we can use sorting. We will sort the array and we will check if I or I plus 1, we don't have to use hash here. Just let's sort the value, and without space complexity we can use the value. So let's try. So what I'm going to do, so first I'm going to sort the value, and we will check the I plus I and I plus 1. If I is equal to I plus 1, then we will return the true. And if it is not, at any condition if I is equal to I plus 1, nums of I, ठीक है, nums of I is equal to nums of I plus 1. And you can watch the video. Let's see कि कितना accepted होता है और कितना नहीं होता है. Okay, nums of I equal to nums of I plus 1, then we will return true. तो हम लोग यहाँ पे क्या करेंगे, रिटर्न कर देंगे, हम लोग ट्रू रिटर्न कर देंगे. अगर ऐसा नहीं होता है कोई भी केस में, देन वी विल रिटर्न द फॉल्स. ठीक है, अगर ऐसा नहीं होता है तो रिटर्न कर देंगे हम लोग फॉल्स. सो नाउ लेट्स स्टार्ट आवर अप्रोच. तो हम लोग सबसे पहले, जैसा कि मैं बोला कि सबसे पहले हम लोग सॉर्ट कर दो. सॉर्ट करने के बाद हम लोग क्या करेंगे, चेक करेंगे लूप चला के फॉर आई इन रेंज. हम लोग लेंथ ऑफ नम्स तक जाएंगे एंड वी विल चेक एट एवरी पॉइंट लेंथ ऑफ नम्स माइनस 1. एक प्रीवियस वैल्यू तक जाएंगे. अगर तुम लोग एकदम नूब हो तो मत देखना, क्योंकि शायद ना समझ में आए कि मैं क्या अप्रोच लगा रहा हूँ. अगर तुम लोग को डिसेंट यानी कि थोड़ी भी सॉलिड फाउंडेशन है तो तुम लोग समझ जाओगे कि मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ स्टेप बाय स्टेप. क्योंकि मैं यहाँ अप्रोच समझा नहीं रहा हूँ, मेरा सामने जो अप्रोच आ रहा है मैं वो यूज कर रहा हूँ. So let's see कि if at any point nums of I is equal to nums of I plus 1, then we have duplicate value and we will return the true. But if we will just iterate over the loop and we don't find any this type of value, then we will return simply false. I guess you will understand the value. Okay, now let's run the program and check whether it is correct or not. Let's see. Yeah, it is accepting. Now let's submit and check whether it is accepted or not. Yeah, it is accepted. Yeah, it is accepted. The time complexity is much greater, I know. So here we can also use hashing value. Here you can also use hash, because I think if you use hash, if you will use hash, then you will find the we will count the frequency and check whether if it is containing more than one value, then it is a true value. So we are not going to use hash. Let's try some another problem and we will see whether. So first question is accepted. Now let's check one medium program, top k frequent element. Let's see whether it is correct or not. Oh my god, it is already solved. So I just remove the value. I don't know when I solve this. Just remove this content. Okay, it is already solved, I think, in some medium of time. So what the question is saying, given an array integer array nums and integer k, return the. Okay, let's read the question. Given an integer array nums and an integer k, return the k most frequent element. You may return the answer in any order. Nums is equal to 1 1 1 2 2 3, k is equal to 2 1 2. So here the chapter is array and hashing. So what I am going to use, just hashing value. What I am going to use, I am not going to use. Here we can also use heap value also. So you tell me that you already saw the solution. No, I can't see the solution because I already removed the in very frequent manner. I just remove all the solution in front of you. There is no cut, man. There is no cut. As you can see, the time limit you can see. I just when it started and when it is going to end. Okay. So see the time. So now what I am going to use, I am not going to use very optimized method. I am just here to just that the lead code will accept my solution. So I will check that lead code will accept my solution in a given time frame or not. In how many, in what time I solve what, I can say how many question. In like 1 hour, I solve 5 question, 3 question, 2 question, 10 question. So I see what is my accuracy, what is my accepted accuracy. So let's check. Given an integer array nums and an integer k, return the k most frequent element. You may return the answer in any order. So as the question says that we have given an array nums and integer k, we return the k most frequent elements. Okay, so the question is saying, let's understand. So here the question is saying that we have to return the value, return the return the value of array which having which have most number which occur most number of times, which occur most number of times. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I just use a sort method. Why I use sort method? Just use hash method and sort according to the frequency. Okay, let's see what I'm going to use. Just I'm going to use hash method. So what I am going to do, let first understand what I am going to do. What is my approach? I am going to use hashing. So I will count the frequency of each element, count the frequency of each element. Okay, each element. After that, what I'm going to do, I will sort the value in descending order, according to frequency. Descending order. Okay, descending order according to frequency. According to frequency. Okay. So now let's just start the approach. I just use nums dot sort. Now after doing the sort value, what I'm going to do, just use the hash method first. So I will use mp default dict. I'm not going to explain anything here, because if you are a decent programmer, you know what I'm going to do. But if you are very beginner, like if you don't know anything about data structures and algorithms, just cover your basic, then see this video, because this video is not for you. This video is for those people who are actually know data structures and algorithms, who are passionate about seeing the culture, about seeing the problem. So let's see. Now after that I'm going to calculate the value. So first I will use n denotes the number of elements. Number of elements is equal to length of nums. So you don't have to denote again and again. For I in range n, then I will just count the value of nums of I plus is equal to 1. Why I am doing to do this thing? This is not very optimized method. Okay, I again say that I am using that method so lead code will accept my solution. That's why it is not very brute force, it is not very optimized, but yeah, it can be very optimized, it can be brute force, it can be medium, like better approach. So you have to figure out. So what approach came to my mind, I just use this time. So now let's what I'm going to do, I just calculated the value. Okay, now I just sort the value according to the frequency. Okay, now I take one list value list for I in mp. I am going to append the value list dot append. What I am going to do, nums of uh, for I in mp. So I is here my key, and key is, so I use mp of I. So I use a pair, so like frequency, and then I use I. So what I'm going to do, I just use the first the frequency value, first frequency value, and then I use the actual value, actual value. So I will use the frequency, like how many times one comes. So one comes here three times, two comes two times, so three, and then I will use the one. Okay, so frequency and value. After that I'm going to sort the value, list dot sort. uh, List dot sort reverse is equal to true. So I am sorting the value in descending order. After that, just what I am going to do, just run the value and just append the answer, append the value in answer. This is not a very optimized method, I know. We have to use heap here to optimize this, but let's start. Let's check what I'm going to do. Here frequency, here value, list dot sort reverse is equal to true for I in range n. And then what I'm going to do, think, okay, I have to extract the actual original value. So now it is sorted in descending order according to the frequency. Very good. So now let's see, list dot sort reverse is equal to true for I in range n. Then answer dot append list of I comma 1, because it is present in the second index. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to return the answer. So now let's see whether it is correct or not, or something I'm missing. Yeah, list dot append exactly one argument. Oh, I think I made one mistake here. Just append the value in such a fashion so it will consider this as a pair. List indexes out of range. List indexes out of range. So now let's print the value where I am wrong. mp of I comma I, list dot sort reverse is equal to true. Now return list, check return. So now print the list, so I will know the actual whether it is correct or not. Whether it is correct or not, let's check. It's 3 1, it's 2 2, it's 1 3. Very good. Oh yeah, here not n, not n, man, not n. Length of list, because now from duplicates it will convert it to a unique order. I know you don't understand the problem if you are beginner. I just tell in the beginning. I already told you in the beginning, just I am going to solve any random problem any number of time. Okay, so if you know the things how to solve the problem, to enjoy the problem, to just think like you are enjoying, you are very passionate about coding, then you see this video and just you will get motivated. That kind of a video I'm trying to solve. I will try to do more frequently this type of video, so this will also motivate me to do such kind of things. Now I think this will work. So let's see whether it is going to work or not. Wrong answer. Why? Output. This will gives me output. Oh, I have to know. I want only k frequent value. So I am going to do the all things. Now this will accept my answer. Yeah. Now this is correct. Now let's submit and check whether it is correct or not. Let's see. Yeah, it is accepted. It is not much faster. I know this will take much time complexity, which I already built some day ago. I think 4 9 yesterday. Yesterday, I don't know. I actually don't remember this question. Yeah, see. So every time you will use different type of approach which will come in your mind. Now let's see which problem. Which problem? Two pointers. No. And research. Search rotated sorted array. Try or not. Let's try this problem. Let's try this problem. Oh, it is already solved. Not I'm not going to solve this. Let's try some tree problem. Kth smallest element in a binary tree. Let's try this problem. Whether I'm going to solve the tree problem or not. So I already solved two problem. Yeah, this is not solved already. So given the root of a binary search tree and an integer k, I already solved this problem or not? You don't have any submission yet. Okay, I am going to solve this problem first time. So let's see whether I'm going to solve this problem or not. By frequently or not. Just wait for 1 minute. No, no. So now, given the root of a binary search tree and integer k, return the kth smallest value one indexed of all the value of the nodes in the tree. So यहाँ पे हम लोग को रूट दिया हुआ बाइनरी सर्च ट्री का एंड इंटीजर के भी दिया हुआ है 1. We have to return the kth smallest value one indexed of all the values of the nodes in the tree. तो kth smallest indexed value बाइनरी सर्च ट्री दिया हुआ है. वेरी गुड. 1 2 3 4. अब हम लोग को k1 दिया हुआ है तो हम लोग को स्मॉलेस्ट इंडेक्स्ड वैल्यू फर्स्ट स्मॉलेस्ट वैल्यू 1 है. ठीक है, वेरी गुड. अब यहाँ पे दिया हुआ k3, तो k3 है तुम्हारा, तो सबसे स्मॉलेस्ट कौन है 1 2 3. तो यहाँ पे 3 हम लोग का आउटपुट आ जाएगा. वेरी गुड. ओके, आई थिंक आई कैन सॉल्व दिस प्रॉब्लम बाय यूजिंग, as we know, that is a BST problem. BST, binary search tree problem. So let's try to solve the problem in a very good manner. Eighth smallest binary tree. So we don't have to sort the problem. If we will use in order traversal, then our job is done. So what I'm going to do, if we will use traversal, in order traversal, then our job is done. Okay. So let's try in order. So what is the in order traversal? First, that is left, I guess left root and then right. Yes, left root and right. So root is coming in the middle. So we have to print the things in middle. Very good. So now what I'm going to do, I will just call the smallest function. So if our root is none, if our root is none, if our root is none, then we will simply return none. Simply return. So if root equal to none, here you can also use equal to, and then what I'm going to do, use in order traversal. In order traversal, so I will append the value in the list. I will append the value in the list. Okay. So just what I'm going to do. So let's try one thing. I think just to make pass list here. So this will contain all our in order traversal and pass one another function. So I'm going to call self dot solve, and here I will pass the list. Here I will pass the root value, and that's it. Okay, and then finally we will return our list. So define solve, then we will call the self, then we will call the root, then we will call the list, and then we will call the root. So if root is none, if root is none, we will return none. We will return none. Then what I'm going to do, I will just use self dot solve root dot left, root dot left, and then we will pass here our list. That so it will always get updated. So every time we are calling left, and then what we are going to root. So we will append the value in the root. Lst dot append. We are going to append the value of root dot val. Root dot val, and then we will call the right function again. Very good. So now here instead of comma use. Very good. So now let's append the lst dot lst. Oh, I already use comma. Yeah, it is right. So now what I'm going to do, I just use root dot right. Very good. And I think our job is done. After appending the value, we are going to return the list. Not the exact list. We are just what I'm going to not exact list. We are just using the kth value up to k, and then we will return the why I'm return k minus 1 lst of k minus 1 because it is zero indexed. I know 1 2 3 0 1 2 3, so we have to return the kth value, I guess. So now let's run the program and check whether it is correct or not, where I am wrong or where I am right. So my output is giving 2, expected is 1, lst of k minus 1. Now let's another test case. For another test case, I'm going to use this value. Just use this value as the constraint is 10 to the power 4. So I think this will run very beautifully. There is no problem. K is 3. So now let's run the program and check whether it is correct or not. Yeah, it is accepted. Now let's submit and check whether my program is correct or not. Yeah, it is accepted, man. It is accepted. Yes. So 3 problem done. Now let's move for the uh, 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 kth smallest element done. Count good node binary tree right. Binary tree level order traversal. Let's start this problem and check whether I submit this program. Yeah, I already last submitted I in 2021 in 9/5 in 5th month. Like last long ago I submitted this program. So it like almost 1 year. I'm doing this program after 1 year. So let's start and check whether I'm able to solve this problem or not. So start. Given the root of a binary tree, return the label or traversal of its node values from left to right, label by label. Oh, what the problem is? After that, I'm going to use maths problem, and then I think I will go for graph. Graph, clone graph, maximum area of island. Let's see. Let's see what I'm going to do. First solve this problem, then I will move for next. So this is, I guess, I done three problem. Okay, now it's time for fourth problem. So I'm doing randomly. I don't have any idea of this list. I just saw this curated list by newtcode.ai and it is super. I guess this cover each and every video according to the level, like tree, then stack, linked list, binary search, sliding window, everything they are going to cover. So what I'm going to do, binary tree label order traversal. So let's start without wasting any time. So given the root of a binary tree, return the label order of its node value from left to right level by level. So what I have to do? So we have to traverse the whole tree and then we have to return the tree by level by level. Level by level means 3 first, then we have to return 9 and 20 simultaneously, and then we have to return the 5 and 15 and 7. So at every level, at every point, or at every point we are going to return the level order. So how I am going to do this? I have literally no idea. So let's think first. Yeah, I think we can do this. Yeah, let's see if this work or not, or I have to revise. I think this is not very hard problem, but it is a kind of, we have to traverse level by level. So how we are going to traverse? So the first value, let's take our first our answer. So what I know, first take answer, okay, and every time we know कि we will append answer dot append, we will also use q here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I will append answer dot root dot value. Hmm, answer dot append root dot value. The first value, that is if the root is present. So let's check the constraints. If the root is empty, then we will simply return the root value. Yeah. So if root is null, then we will simply return empty list. Okay. So we will use that constraint also. If root equal to none, then we will simply return empty value. Okay. So now if root is present, like if only 3 is present, okay, if like 3 is present, then we will append the value in our answer and we will simply return that value. Otherwise, we will just iterate q dot append here. I am going to append the whole node and we will just iterate up to whole q while q. तो जब तक q रहेगा तब तक हम लोग करेंगे. तो अभी सबसे पहले इसमें 3 आ चुका है, ऑलरेडी इसमें 3 आ चुका है, so let's use 3 and here also use 3, here also use 3. Very good. Now we have to append the child value after traversing the array. If q dot left, if q dot left, then we will append the value. At every level, we have to traverse the whole child. So I think what without you we have I have to use, without using any pen and paper, I have to solve this question. So now I already appended 3. So now let's append the child value. Okay. So here use append, not append. Okay. So now if here I am going to use node and then I will just pop the value from q. So q pop from very starting value. Okay. So q started. Now what I'm going to do, q started, I just popped the 3 and then I will check if the left child exists or not. If the left child of node dot left exists or not. If it is exist, then we will simply, it is not coming, man. So if node dot left if node dot left is exists, then we will append the value q dot append root dot left. And same goes for right. If node dot right, then we will simply append q dot append node dot right. So now after popping 3 from, so now this will contain answer. After popping 3 from here, we will check, yeah, left also exists and right also exists. Okay. So for this label, my job is done. So I'm appended all the values of the queue at the same level. So now I'm just iterating over all the values in, okay, now in queue, in queue, in queue. So now in queue we have two values. What I have thinking, first appended 3, then left child and then right child, then left child and then right child. First 3, then I will append the 9 and then I will append 20. Okay, I already appended. Just wait for 1 minute. Oh, it's very unhectic, but let's try. I will try till 9:30. So here 3, 9, 20, 15, 7. So what I'm going to do, first I will iterate here, then I appended 3, then I will use 9 and 20 at second level. So for this level I appended already those values into the queue, then I'm going to append this. So while queue node dot pop 0, we will pop the value of 3. Dot left, q dot append root dot left. So if I popped the value, I will use count. Count is equal to length of q, and then just remove this value and use while count. And if I will use just here, node is equal to q dot pop is equal to 0, and just append that value into my answer. Every time I am going to use this answer. So answer 1, answer 1, count length of queue. Very good. What I'm thinking, I'm just telling. I will tell. Just wait for a minute. So now q dot pop 0 if not dot left. Okay. Now this will iterate loop up to when there is a count like 2, 3. It is a binary tree. Very good. It is a binary tree. Very good. Now, if it is a binary tree, answer 1, then what I going to do, answer dot append, answer dot append. So don't append the root value here. Don't just don't append the root value here. Okay. Now answer one dot append node. Answer one dot append node dot value and node dot value. I guess here it is value. Very good. Now what I am thinking, node dot value. That's right. After traversing the whole traversal, what I'm going to do, just answer one dot append, answer dot append our answer one. So now return answer. Let's see if it is working for this or not. I will just try. So first what I'm going to do, I will 3 9 20 and 15 7. Okay, so I will use, if root equal to none, we will simply return the empty value. I will take q, I will take answer, then I will append simply the root, like complete node, complete this whole node. I will just append the tree node. Then what I am going to do, I will just use the q, कि while q, जब तक q रहेगा तब तक हम लोग का ये वैल्यू चलेगा. Then I will use answer 1 as empty. Then I will count the value of q. So it is now 1. So while count is greater than 1, so I will just pop the value of 3. Then I simply append 3 and we will check if node dot left. Then we will append the value q, that is q is 9, and simply we will append 20. Okay. Now after appending 9 and 20, we will check whether count is 0. No. Count equal to 0. So the first traversal, first level traversal is done. Now in my queue, that is 9 and 20. Okay. So now 9 and 20 is there. So I will count the length of queue. So here not queue, use queue. So after the count is 2, so we will just do the popping 2 times. So pop the value 9 1 times, and then I will append the value of 2 and 2. Okay, I think this will work. So let's check. Wrong answer. Here root dot right, node dot right, or here node dot left. Yeah, it is accepted. Now let's submit and check whether it is correct or not. Oh, it is accepted. It is 96.14%. Yeah, it is very optimized method. So what I did, I just tried. I tried, and I think this will work. And what I did actually, just let me just give a very brief idea what I'm going to do. What I did, just I used this technique. What I use, just I travel level by level. So I simply append the first traversal in a queue, like first level traversal in a queue, and just I count the value, like how many value are present in that level, every level. So in this level there is 2, so we will append the 2 value. So if there is a 4 value present, then we will append all the 4 value in our answer. So I just count the value of every level. After that, I will append the value into our final list, and then we will simply return our answer. So how I also cover the edge cases as given in the example. So I also check the constraint here. Yeah, this is actually a value. The number of nodes in the tree starts from range 0 to 2000. So it will take 0 node also. That means empty. If root is this, then we will return simply this. Very good. So now my, I think, fourth program is done. Now let's see. Oh, I have done the two program, binary level or tree level or traversal. Now I am going to use this program, maximum area of island, number of island. Let's see any program. This is a graph problem. Very good. This is a graph problem. maximum area of island you are given. So I solved the problem of array and hashing, then I solved two problem of tree, then I'm going to solve the one problem of graph. Yes, one problem of graph, maximum area of islands. And I think I use only one easy problem. One easy problem I solved. So this is the fifth problem from this list. So if I solve in this fashion, I think I will complete all the list in just 20 to 30 days. Okay, so let's try. And this is actually a fun. Without any hesitation, you are going to solve in a live camera without any cut, as you are seeing the timing from the start. That what I'm going to do. I already tried four problem and the fourth problem are accepted, and it's unbelievable that it gives me an immense motivation to do data structures and algorithms, to master data structures and algorithm without any short-term pleasure like to become an ST1, any top data groups coming. Yeah, this is an ultimate goal, I know. But apart from this, I also actually love DSA. That's why I'm doing. That's the reason. Without any hesitation, without any pressure, I can do coding any number of times. So now let's start. You are given an M cross N binary matrix grid, and this video is first your coming today. I'm going to upload this video today. This will help you to give an immense motivation. An island is a group of ones representing land, okay? And I am not using pen and paper as you see my both hand. I'm just explaining the program to you and just writing the whole program in front of you. So you are given an M cross N binary matrix grid. Very good. M cross N matrix binary दिया हुआ है हम लोग को. An island is a group of ones representing land. Okay. Connected four directionally, horizontal or vertical. You may assume all four edges of the grid are surrounded by water. The area of island is the number of cells with the value 1 in an island. Return the maximum area of an island in a grid. If there is no island, return 0. Okay. So I understand the problem actually. So we have to return the number of island present in the given matrix. M cross N matrix. So M is different and N is different. यानी कि row different है और column भी different है. So here 1, 2 island, 3 island, 4 island, 5 island, 6 island. The answer is not 11 because the island must be connected four directionally. Okay. Why it is 11? I understand. So in this graph, as you see in this given matrix, there is everything is 0. So we have to return 0. So let me think what I will do. So I have to check in every four direction. I have to check first in the boundary 0. If I will start from here, it is containing 0, then we will return 0. 0. Any number of times, if it is 1, then we will simply count the value. Mm, 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 mm. Let's see. So if I start from here, so let's start from here. And if I move in this direction, suppose this TFS, okay, we start from here, we'll check here, we'll check here, we'll check here. So we'll go deep again, we'll check here, we'll go deep again. So in this side there is no one, in this side there is no one. So we'll go in this side, there is no, for every left side, it is left. So from where it is coming, check left, and then we will use the hash value. So this will become hash. So if it is already present, then we are using, okay, then we will use set here. So let me think. Actually, it is a graph problem. I think I can do this using depth first search. So every time if I counter the value of 1, then we will increase the value of count every time, every DFS. Okay, okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use DFS here. So how I'm going to use DFS? So I'm starting from just 0. So let's first discuss the grid. N is equal to length of grid, length of grid. N is row and our C is M is column. M representing the column value grid. Okay. So now what I'm going to do for I in range N or J in range M. This is actually a fun problem. So every time if I encounter 0, then why I just wasted the TFS value. I think you understand what I say. You will understand. So what I'm trying to say, like if I encounter 0, then I simply not start. If I encounter 0, then I simply not start the DFS call. But if I encounter any time once, then I'm going to just expand the value in different four areas. Okay, in a different four area. So if grid of grid of grid of I comma j is equal to 1 is equal to 1, then we will simply call the DFS. And what is required in DFS? I comma j, I comma j, use the I comma j and use also set visit value, visit, visit. Then I'm going to use grid, I'm going to also use NNM. Okay, so now we will call the define DFS, and then you will use self I comma j, I comma j, then I will use visit, and then grid, and then n comma m. Very good. So just use the semicolon. What I will use I comma j. I started from here I and j representing 0 and 0 1 2 0 0 1 2. Okay, visit grid. I did not define visit yet. So why? What is our visit? Visit is our set. So why I am using this? I am using this because suppose our one is here. So I am going to define in the every four direction. So if our one is here, and if I go from here, and if I going in the left direction and again I encounter the one, then I will again call the DFS. But here this grid is already visited. So if it is already visited, then we are not going to expand the value. Okay. So let's see. I will call the DFS. Now here write the boundary case. What is boundary case? But boundary case is if I is less than 0. If I is less than 0, and or if j is less than 0, or if I is equal to m, or j is equal to m, or grid of grid of ij, or you can say just I comma j in m, in visit, or you can say grid of I comma j is equal to 0, then we will simply return 0, because in this case we don't have to count the value. Suppose what I say that if this value is 0, if this value in the upper side, if this value in the this side, or if this value crosses this side, or if this value is crosses this side, then this will not going to counter any value. Or if this value is already visited, then we are not going to count any value. You just simply return. You just simply return 0. Let's see what we will do. But I think we will do in this fashion. Okay. But if it is not, suppose I encounter this value, grid of ij, this is not in a boundary case, then we will simply add this value into our visit dot add visit dot add I comma j I comma j I comma j. So once it is visited, we don't have to remove the value. Suppose if it is visited, 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 I don't think we have to visit again. Okay, so we don't have to backtrack here. Just add the value and that's it. Now what I think, what I have to do, let's not, what I think I'm going to think. Hmm, yeah, I cover all the boundary cases. I cover all the grid of I comma j is equal to 1. Here I is a. Now I'm going to just start the our self dot dfs in every direction. I plus 1 comma j. I will just do the dfs in every direction. I minus 1 comma j, and then self dot dfs I plus 1 or I minus 1. Here I j plus 1 or j minus 1. Self dot dfs I and j minus 1. So now I just iterate the value in every direction. If it is not, then if it is, then we will simply return plus 1. Plus 1. Return. We don't have to return plus 1 every time. If you will call the value and if you will encounter, suppose for this case we will encounter the value 1. So we will simply return, every time we will return 1. Return count plus 1 every time. Just use global count here. Just use global count here. What I am going to do, global count, and count equal to 0. Okay, and then use the global count syntax here also. Global count. Very good. Every time, every time. So if this, what I'm thinking, after every dfs, if it is encountered 1, then we have to simply increase the value of count. So if we will encounter 1, and simply return, and don't increase the value here. Suppose all values are 1, then we'll, after every dfs, once the dfs is done, don't use global count, return count. Every time we will encounter the count. Now for this value, suppose we will encounter here, and we will just go deep and deep. This is not, then we will add this value. This is not, then this dfs will goes on and on. Once the dfs is done, suppose this value, so now this will move in the left, this will return, this will move in the left, return, this will. Now this will go in the down, then here down, return, here left, return, here right. So this will go in the right. So this will go in the right, here, return, here, return. So now here. So for this will go return, this will return, this will return, this will return. So now the DFS call for this is over. This will return. After this will do nothing. This will do nothing. This will do nothing. This will do nothing. So we will finally increase the value of count. And I think this will work, I guess. Now let's see. Because we don't have to just iterate. We don't have to use backtracking. Oh ho. At every time I'm not using the visit, visit, grid, grid and comma n comma m. So every time I have to use visit, visit comma grid. Okay, grid n comma m. So write fast. Visit, visit, grid, grid n comma m. Now visit, visit, grid n comma m. Okay. List indexes out of range. I don't know, list indexes out of range. Why it is list indexes out of range is less than 0 or j is less than 0. If I is less than 0, I comma j in the visit, every time I check or grid of ij equal to 0, just remove the value and write a separate condition for this. If grid of grid of I comma j is equal to 0, then what I'm going to do, just simply return, because every time we are moving I plus 1j, I minus 1j, I j plus 1, like for this, suppose here I am, suppose here I am, we are going up. Up means we are just decrementing the value of rows I minus 1, but j is there. We are going right, we are going right. Right means the row is same, but we are incrementing j plus 1. Okay, so if we are going left, the row is same, but we are decrementing j minus 1. Suppose we are going down, so we are incrementing I plus j is same. So the four direction, I think that is very good. I plus 1, I minus 1, I j plus 1, I j minus 1. Yeah, it means a right direction. Visit grid n comma n, grid visit n comma n. If it is greater than equal to m, if it is greater than equal to m, or ij in visit, return. On the grid of ij equal to 0, return. If it is not, then we will simply add the value into our visit, and let's see. Ij visit grid n comma m. So now let's run the program and check. It is giving this grid of I comma j equal to 0. List index is out of range. Why it is? So I think if it is going in this direction, if it is out of bound, then simply we will return from there also. Then why it is coming? If this condition is there, then we will simply return from there also and onwards. I don't know why it is not working. it is out of bound, if it is not 1, like if it is already visited, and if it is 0, if I just comment out this value, I get the wrong answer, I know. Because comment out this value, 25. I know this is a wrong answer because this will also going to calculate the 0th value. This will go deeper and deeper. Ij equal to return. Here I was wrong, man. Let's do this for next 5 minutes. If it is not going to solve, then I will check the answer. That where I am actually wrong. I don't know where I'm wrong. I comma j, I plus 1 j. It is giving 0. List index is out of. Ij is equal to has. I comma j. Let's add this value also. List index is out of range. I don't know why it is happening. If it is out of bound, then we will simply return from here. If it is not, if grid of ij equal to 0, uh, mm, then we will simply return. Otherwise, just we will move in the fourth direction, and we will check if it is out of bound or if it is 0, or if it is already visited, then we will simply not count the value. And if it is grid of ij equal to 1, then we will simply use. And after doing the whole DFS count, we will simply count the value and we will return the count. N comma m, it is here, it is right, here it is right. So you tell me in the comment section where I was wrong. Let's see the answer without wasting any time. N comma m, n comma m. Oh, I think I is greater than equal to n, or z is greater than equal to n. That's why I is greater than equal to n. I figured it out. Now it is saying that it is 25. Now the answer is 25 and here the answer is 6. So where I was wrong? I think every time it is. So I think every time it is moving 1, so it is calculating the value of 1. What it is doing, like it is calculating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25. I know why it is coming 25. So it will count the whole 1 values. Okay. So we have to count the whole areas, not actually how many ones are coming. Okay. So every time once I'm going the DFS, I have to mark those values. Mark those all values. See, I already marked this value. I comma j, and then simply mark the value grid of I comma j is equal to has. Simple has. That's it. Now I think this will work. Let's see. Yeah, it is accepted. Now let's submit the program and check whether it is correct or not. Wrong answer. Okay, because I think I have to remove this and I have to comment these values. J is equal to greater than M. And now let's submit the program and check. Runtime error. Recursion maximum depth in comparison. Okay, so I have to use recursion limit here. I think this is not a, so check the details one. It is not passing any test case. Maximum recursion depth in exceeded in comparison. So I have to set the recursion limit. Set import sys and here's set sys dot set how to set recursion limit. I forgot this how to set recursion limit. Let's see how to set recursion limit in Python. Oh, how to set recursion limit in Python. Python handling recursion limit. Okay, let's check. Very good, very good. This will the same error. Recursion maximum import ships. So what I'm going to do, I will just copy this and just paste here. And now let's see whether it is working or not. Let's run the code again and check whether my program is, yeah, it is accepted. So now let's submit the program. Memory limit exceeded. My God. Now it's memory limit exceeded. Visit dot add comma I comma z. Instead of every time I'm visiting one, I just use has value or I comma j in visit. Yeah, I is greater than equal to n. N means it will not cross the rows or it will not cross the. ठीक है? Now let's check the program. It is accepting. No. I know this will come. This will come again a wrong answer. But see, let's see the test case and then I will verify where I am wrong. So if I check the details, it is actually passing 136, not the whole. 11000, 11000, one time, two time, three time, and four time. 11. So I am using has has I'm just using this has. If these are accumulated with the same areas, like let I have to use first time pen and paper because it is a graph problem and I was wrong. I have to draw. Sorry for the I told that I will not use, but let's see for this program, just for this program, let me use pen and paper and check whether I am where I'm wrong. 11000. So let's 11000, 11000, 00011 Okay. So I think this will one area and this will one area, two area. So I think this will correct here. But where I'm wrong, I think this is correct, man. By my methodology and if I understand the question, the here all four one coming and the here all four one is coming. So this will count as one, right? This will count the whole as one. Actually, why it is my output is two, and I think it is correct, but with my algorithm, it is fine. It is working fine. Like this is the graph I have made, and the area is two as you see in the camera. But where I was wrong, yeah, where I was wrong. Yeah, it is correct because it is going to check in the four direction. This will add has. This will add has. Remove this. We don't have to remove the value. Let's see the solution where I was wrong. Let's check. 4 month 3 ago. I uses the set. I uses the DFS return zero. Yeah. I uses the set. Uses the DFS. Oh, I, I actually maximum area of island and I did the problem like how many areas are present. Okay, man. I now realize the question. Let me explore this. So let me tell this. What I think, think I just use the algorithms of how many numbers of islands are present in this. Here the maximum area of island is 6. What I did by mistaken, I think this problem is to count the number of islands that is present. Okay. So what I think that how many numbers of island are present in a given matrix. Okay, so I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But here the question is bit different. Oh my god. So the main learning from this course is that you have to read the question first very authentically. Your algorithm is correct, your everything is fine. But the thing is that the maximum area of island is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as you see. Here it is 4, here it is 5, here it is 4, here it is 1, here it is 5. So every time we have to calculate the value of 1. Every time. So once we encounter the value of 1, once we encounter the value of 1, we have to Just wait. What we have to do every time we are encountering the value. So it is correct. It is correct. It is correct. Here it is nothing wrong. So I just use the same program. So let me use the same program for different question, that is count the number of island. I guess that problem is also there. Number of island. Check the problem. The number of island is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the question is different. An island is surrounded by adjacent. You may assume all four villages are surrounded by water. Metric is return the number of island. Number of island are here 1, here 2, here 3. Here it is actually a 1. Actually a 1. Okay. So now just paste that question. Yeah, it is now right. And now let's solve the problem. I'm just going to solve the problem again. This second problem. Wrong answer. Why it is giving wrong? Count num is island. For now it is एक बार DFS में गया. String value, man. Here it is a string. Here it is a string. So just use the string value. Okay. Now use the same technique, and I think this will work here. Yeah, this will accept it. Now let's wait. I just use the same. Here it is already wrong. Output 1, expected 3. Now why it is wrong? Oh, now it is here. I guess 0 is in the string value. Now let's submit and check. Yeah, here it is done. So I just use the wrong information in different code and the number of islands. So I just use the wrong question. Number of islands. Okay. So what I did, I just used the different algorithm and different questions. So before that, you have to read and go through all the concept. So what I think, I just read the question, written the maximum area of island in a grid if there is no island. Oh my god. So now as I already see the answer, so I will tell you the what is the exact definition here, what it is actually doing. So simply what it is done, simply calculating the R and G and then taking the set value and then just calling the DFS and here checking the boundary cases. If grid of I equal to 0, it is already in visit, then we will simply return the value. And what I did at every point of time, it is adding the value 1 plus DFS. Like it is calculating the values of ones, how many present, like how many ones are present. So we are calculating 1, 2, 3, 4 present in this DFS. And then what it is going to do, simply the area is 0 first time, then we are just iterating every time and just checking the maximum area of between the DFS. Every time we are iterating the DFS and we are checking that DFS of I comma j, DFS of I comma j, and just every time it is iterating and within, if the area is 4, suppose the area is 4 and this DFS brings us 6. So now the mean maximum area will become 6. So this will return our final answer. So it is very simple. Just it is doing the same thing, doing the same boundary, what it is already added. If it is already added, then we are not going to calculate the value. As I already seen in the last program, that if we will already count the value of 1, suppose I am iterating the value from here. Here our 1 is present, and if I am going in the left direction, then this will go again DFS, and this will count the value of this one also. But it is already visited because it is a parent value. Okay, so what I am going to say, let understand. So DFS, here I'm just doing the same thing. If it is already visited, then we are not going to count. But if all the boundary cases is not there, if it is not already visited, then we are moving the direction in the every fourth direction. And we are counting the value every time. Every time we are returning 1. So suppose this value. So suppose our 1 is here, 1 is here, so it will go in every direction. So this is boundary case, this is boundary case, this is boundary case, so this will not count the value. So this will go in this direction, in this direction, in this direction, this direction. From there it will return 1 plus, and here it is returning 1 plus and all the DFS value. From there it is returning 0, from there it is returning 0, from there it is returning 0, and from this side it is also returning 0. So we will count the value 1 here. So for this 1 plus and this DFS, that is the right DFS, will bring 1 here from right side of this. From here it is will returning 0, from here it is returning 0, from left side returning 0, from this side this will returning 1. So 1 plus 1, this will become 2. For this will become 1 plus and the whole value of this. The whole value of this. That's why it is returning 1 plus, and whatever the value from this side it is calculating, we are returning also this. Okay. So from here it is returning 1 plus DFS. So it is going in every direction. Left, right, left, right. So just configure here. Just I am doing the same thing for here also. Suppose it is here, so now it is iterating in every direction. From here it is not going to check the answer, from here it is not, but from here for this DFS, the whole DFS, the actual value is 2, so it will add one more value from this. So from every direction this will returning 0, from this direction this value is getting 1, so we'll add the value once more. So now this will become 3. Okay, after doing 3, this will count the value again 3, and from the left side this will return 0. From left side ऊपर ऊपर से बाउंड्री है तो 0, इस साइड से बाउंड्री है तो 0, लेकिन यहाँ से जब ये रिटर्न मारेगा 1 प्लस इसका 1 प्लस, और जब यहाँ से रिटर्न मारा यानी कि डाउन से, तो किस इसका आंसर आ जाएगा 3, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी ये कैलकुलेट कर चुका है। जब पहला बार किया था तो कितना आया था 1, ठीक है, तो 1 प्लस इसका 1 प्लस, और इधर साइड से हमको कुछ नहीं मिला था तो 1 ही आंसर आ गया। 1 ही आंसर आ गया, तो देखो यहाँ से 1 आया, तो ठीक है, अब 1 इसका काम खत्म। अब 1 हो गया, अब जस्ट वो कहाँ जाएगा, बैक ट्रैक होके जस्ट पीछे वाले पे जाएगा, तो उसके ऊपर वाले में जाएगा। तो यहाँ पे 1 है यहाँ पे 1 है। अब वहां से इसका ऑलरेडी एक तरफ से इसका क्या आ रहा है, रिटर्न कर रहा है, हम लोग 1 रिटर्न कर रहे हैं। पहले 1 प्लस इसका चारों से 0 था, रिटर्न किया 1, 1 रिटर्न किया, तो इसके ऊपर वाले पे जाएगा, तो उसके ऊपर वाले के लिए 1 रिटर्न कर रहा था, तो वहां से 1 और प्लस इसमें से कोई एक वैल्यू 1 रिटर्न किया, तो वो क्या रिटर्न कर रहा है, 1 प्लस 1 2। इसी तरह मेरा ऐड होते जाएगा। आफ्टर कैलकुलेटिंग द डीएफएस वी विल व्हाट गोइंग टू, विल जस्ट कैलकुलेटिंग द मैक्सिमम among them. So let's try once time. I'm just going to write the program or not. I think you will understand. That is a very simple program where instead of this, I will just calculate the maximum value. Okay. So I think 6 program is done. One I have to just, out of 6, I done 5 program. Okay. 2 graph, 2 tree, and 2 array and hashing. Now let's do 2 or 3 more program. Okay, 2 or 3 more program, maths and geometry, spiral matrix, happy plus 1, multiply string, easy problem. I think out of 6 I've done 5 medium problem. I'm not going to do hard problem because it is going to bit late. So what is the timing? It's already, I think, half an 1.5 hour. So in 1.5 घंटा, 1.5 घंटा में 6 प्रॉब्लम डन, 5 मीडियम और एक इजी. ओके. Now let's do one easy problem, and that's going to end this session. +1. Now after this I am going to end this session. I will also do one heap problem. One heap problem. You are given a large integer representing an array integer array digit where a digit of I is the ith digit of the integer. The digits are ordered from the most significant to the least significant in left to right order. So let's check the summation whether no. I never done this problem. So I'm going to do this problem first time in front of you. Oh, it's bit a easy problem. Let's check. Sometimes easy problem is also a hard. Sometimes hard problem is easy. So it is already checked. You are given a large integer represented an array integer digit where each digit I. Now, what I learned from the previous problem, read the problem carefully, give time. You are given a large integer, very large integer represented by an integer array where digit I is the ith digit. The digit are ordered from most significant to least significant in left to right order. ठीक है? The last large integer does not contain any leading. Increment the large digit by 1 and return the resulting 0. Okay. Okay. I understand this problem. Basically, we will simply have to add the one value. But if it is containing any carry, suppose the value is 9999. Okay. Suppose the value here is 9999. Then we will add the value to 1, and this will become 0, this will become 0, this will become 0, and this will become 10. So if we will add 999 plus 1, simply what I have to do, here it is given in the form of number. So what I have to do, suppose this is 999. So if I add 1, then this will become 100. Okay. So what I am going to do, I will simply I think shrink the value. Like I am just converting this value into string. Because I think this is a large problem, very brute force. Not this is, I think, optimized method. So what I'm going to do, I'm just converting all this value into string. So take n is equal to length of digits. Length of digits, very good. For I, this is I think seventh problem, I guess. Nah. And let's see whether I'm going to do, and after that I'm going to do one more easy problem of heap. So eight problem I'm going to do this. No hard problem. Yes. This time I use two graph problem. I'm just thinking about graph problem, yeah. Like I do the different algorithm in different, and these different algorithms work in different. What? Oh, I have to convert this, so not waste any time. Data structure is actually a fun. What I'm doing now. So convert this digit, digit, digits of I is equal to string of digits of I. Very good. I'm converting this value into string in this type. Like suppose this is given in the form of array, or we have to return the value in the form of array, right? Okay, no problem. So what I'm going to do, I'm just converting this value into string first. 1 2 3. So I'm just converting this value into this form. Then I will add the one value to it after converting this value into int, and then I'm going again. So this will become 1 to 4, and then I'm going to convert this value again into array in the form of integer 1 to 4, and then I'll just return the value, this array or something list you can say. So now just comment out this value and just follow the fourth step. Okay, first now I'm converted all this value into string. Now just take s is equal to just join st join lst digits of digits. Okay, join digits and return s. Let's check whether it is converted into s or not. Okay, I know this is wrong answer. Just converted this value into digits, string of digits of I. If I just convert this value into digits, just shrink this value. It is not joined together, man. It is not joined together. Let's check the type of this value. Type this value. Type of type of return type of type of digits. Type of digits and class list is not a value return type integer. Print print type of digits. I think this is a list value. Let's take one string value. I have converted this 1 to 4. Okay, this is converted into a string 1 to 4. Very good. Just convert this, take empty string here. Now add the value and you don't need to shrink anymore. Now return s. Now this will work. This will work. I just forgot this. Print the value of s. Yeah, it is now shrinked 1, 2, 3 into string. Now, after this, just add the value. So, here our answer is uh, convert this value into s plus 1. Now, if I print the value of answer, I know this will take a lot of time, but just believe me, if I just use the code in a simple way, I just actually got tired. I'm just print doing this stuff. So now split the value 1 to 4. Now I am going to split the value 1 plus 2 plus 3. 100 plus 1 to 4 is going to split the value 100 plus 20 plus 4. That is 100 plus 20 plus 4. If I just use answer is equal to split list of answer and return answer. Mm, mm, mm. Let's see if it is going to work or not. I think this will work. Object is not iterable. Convert this value again into a string. Simple string of answer. This is very simple method and then just iterate the value. Okay. Now it is accepted and just submit the program and check whether it is accepted or not. Yeah. It is 98% faster. So you just believe this. What I did simply, I just told you that I just synced this value into simple manner, and then I just split the value. Simple thing. Okay. So if it is like given array hour is 9 9 9, then what I did, I just simply shrink the value, converted this into string, then I simply converted again then this value into 999 plus 1 and add this value, this will become 1000, and then just again I split the value into this array, and simply I return this value. Okay. So I'm commenting this value. I will just put all the question link in the description and attach all the solution also link in the description. Okay. So you will see the solution and you will try to optimize this. So now I'm going to do the last problem, that is from heap. Next day we will do advanced graph, DP or something like try. I will try a backtracking problem. Design Twitter. I don't know how to solve this problem literally. This is hard problem. Eighth largest, last known weight. I'm just going to do this problem. Let's see. Was last easy problem I'm going to do. Oh, it is already done, man. It is already done. I think this problem comes in our question. Last easy stone. So don't attach this. So now do this problem. This is one too easy problem. This is already done, yeah. Already done. So I'm not going to do this. I think this will come in our lead code daily challenge. Eighth largest element in an array. I think this question I anytime I have done this problem on 7th 10th month in the October month of 2021. So let's try one more problem here. Last time, oh, this is a heap problem and this is a ninth problem. And out of nine, I use seven medium problems, solve the seven medium problem and two easy problem. And I think I'm able to do six problem out of seven problem out of eight by myself. As you the see the time, I already started 1 hour 37 minutes ago. Okay, so that is a fun part of data structures and algorithms. And actually, this helped me to improve my psycho because I know the camera is open. I can't do cheating in front of you. I can't do anything. If I am able to solve the problem, then it is okay. If I am not able to solve the problem, I will learn. So in this way, in just 1.5 hours, I just completely focus on solving data structures and algorithms problem. And this will increase my motivation as well as my boost, as well as my speed, accuracy, as well as my thinking ability. Okay. So I think this is the best way to revise data structures and algorithm. So I just did the graph, I just used the heap, I just tried the tree problem, I just stuck in tree problem and I stuck again in graph problem. So in this way, I come out from this. I'm not stuck in this like array and hashing problem. So now, given an integer nums and integer key, return the kth largest element in an array. Note that it is the kth largest element in the sorted order, not the kth distinct element. Okay, kth largest element, fourth largest element. In a simple way, we can do the sorting things, but I'm not going to use the sorting thing. Simply what we are going to do, we are just sort the value and we will just return the kth largest element in the array. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from last second value. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So last second value, that is 5. So here if I sort the value and the last fourth value is 4. So that is a very simple technique. I am not going to use that technique because this problem is included in heap. So I'm going to use heap technique. So what I will do, I will use max heap because max heap is a better option, I think, because we have to find the largest value. So collections from heap queue, heap q, import heapify, heap heapify, and then heap push and heap pop. Very good. So I use the priority queue here. Okay. So I define the priority queue. Now what I'm going to do? Just take n is equal to length of nums. Okay. So if I use max heap or min heap, max heap n log k. If I sort the whole value, that will take n log n, but here I have to use n log k. For I in range n, I will just push all the value in priority queue, push all the value in priority queue. In priority queue, I am going to push all the value. Why I am using minus sign? Because it is a max heap. So if you are from Python background, you know these things why I am using max heap here and using minus. I'm not going to teach here. I am going to teach all the heap things in our mega series. Okay. For I in range n, heap push priority queue minus nums of I. Very good. And let's cover the thing. Okay. After that, I will think just that's it. While k uh, k equal to -1, I have to pop the value, first value, second value, and that is our answer. While k, so just answer is equal to heap pop, heap pop, and from priority queue, and k minus is equal to 1, and return answer. Return answer. That's it. I use max heap, and just now it is iterating up to k, and this it is popping the value every times log k. So this time complexity is n time complexity for pushing all the values in the priority queue. Okay, and just iterating up to till k. And here answer is, I guess we will pop first 6, then we will pop 5, and that is our answer. Here we will pop 6, then we will pop 5, then we will pop 5 again, then we will pop 4. That's it. I think this will work fine. So let's run the program. I just use a simple priority queue, if spelling mistake. Now okay, now run the problem. And that's very interesting and challenging things that you challenged yourself. Oh my god. Minus. I just forgot to convert this value into a positive number. Yeah, this is accepted. Now let's submit the program. Let's see. Yeah, it is accepted. Yeah, it is accepted. So let's check what I used the solution back then in 2021. So today is 10/10, and after how many months I am going to use? 7. In the month of July, I just solved this problem. August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. After 10 months, I am solving this problem. Oh, why I use the discuss section? I have to use my solution. Check my solution. So I just push the value min heap. Okay. There I use min heap, and the time complexity is actually less. So if the thing is here, the time complexity is great. Here if I will use min heap, so if I think the maximum is coming, then we have to use min heap here. Why? Because I'm just pushing the element again and again. And if length of min heap is greater than key, just we are popping the value from min heap. Okay. So let's take an example 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For iron range, we are popping. mm, let's see. We are popping 1. We are adding 1 to the solution. Okay. We are adding 1 to the solution. Very good. So it is not greater than k. Okay. Then we can again push the value 2. Okay. Then if it is greater than, we will just pop out the value every time. If it is greater than 2, then we will pop the value that is min heap. So now it is 1 is popped out, only 2 is left. 3 and 2. So 2 is popped out, and then 3 and 1. 3 and 1. So once I added 2, then 2 is popped out. So if I added 5, then 3 1 is popped out. So if I added 6, then 1 is popped out. In the same fashion, every value is popped out at last, and at last only 5 and 6 are left. So what is present in the 0th value, that is our going to be our answer. So what, at worst case, we are pushing each and every value that will take n time complexity. Okay. And we are popping every time the value, every time we are popping, that will take log k, that will take log k times, not log n times. We are popping the value every time. So once it is greater than k, so our heap maximum will take k values. Okay, maximum it will take k values. So we are popping every time k values. Okay, so that will take log k. So order of n into log k time complexity. I think the max heap also use the same thing. What I did same thing. I'm just popping the value up to k times. That's it. And we are decrementing the value, and then we are just returning the value. So let's see the discussion section. Everyone is using heap sort, Java quick selection sort, quick sort, priority queue, Python priority queue. What everyone is using. So I think this is not a good answer. C++, partition and heap sort, partial sort, priority queue. If PQ is greater than 0, so here it is also use min heap. We are every time pushing the values. Every time we are pushing the values up to a range, and then we are popping the value from k time. Max heap, the same thing we are doing. Min heap using multiset. So you can use any max heap and min heap that will give to average time at the same time and log k times. So yeah. So after 10 months, I will use Maxips. So you see how my answer is changing every time, how my thinking ability is changing every time. I actually don't remember the solution. Whatever comes in my mind, I use that approach here. So I think I did 8 problems. So I will attach the link in the description, and you will just see how I actually solve the problem. So I think out of 9 problems, 7 is medium and 2 is easy problem. And I am able to solve 8 problem. And that takes 1 hour 50 minutes. And that is great, man. That is great. And I just love the way I solve this problem. So in same way, I just complete the list, but I will complete the list in a certain manner, in a good manner. Okay. So you will understand each and every question. I am going to do each and every problem in a Python mega series, and also all the theory and the basic programming, and then this programming. So this will take a lot of time for completing my mega series. But if you are an intermediate programmer and if you want to revise like me, okay, or if you are advanced programmer, but if you are not motivated to do data structures and algorithm, you can challenge yourself in the same way. Like in this hour, in just 2 hours span of time, I'm able to solve 9. Or I think if I use less talking time, then I can solve 10 problem. Okay, so that's a great thing. Now we will meet next Sunday and we will going to do the 10 problem again. Okay, so let's see how it is going to work, how many times, like how much time this will take to upload. So today I am going to upload this video. Okay, so good night till then, take care, we will meet you in the next video. तब तक के लिए सब्सक्राइब कर दो. Thank you very much.